it's Pretty Mama Yulia here from Rossum Healthy, and today I'm with Harry Jones. Harry Jones is a running coach at harryjones.com, and he's a lead Welsh mountain runner. He's not just an ordinary runner, he's an extraordinary runner. Harry, welcome.
Hi, how's it going? Yeah, harryruns.com. Nice mix of running. I've been running a lot of my life, so started off with middle distance running on track, and onto the mountains and the ultras now. So
tell us about your PBs, because that's really impressive. That's like, for me, it's like you might as well be an extraterrestrial being from another planet.
Not quite. So 5k 14:50, marathon 2:31, half marathon 71 minutes, so an hour and 11 minutes. And as I say, nice kind of varied running career. So start off on the track and then do a lot of these longer races now, and also up to kind of ultra distance mountain races. So yeah.
And you are also vegan. You eat lots of fruit.
Yeah, so vegan, primarily fruit in the morning, fruit for lunch, and then usually some cooked food in the evenings. But also find having really kind of hard training bouts, and especially out here in Thailand, actually have a few more raw days than ever. So yeah.
That's super. Okay, so today we're talking about track training to help you run your personal best 5K. So Harry, tell us a bit about it. What should people do as their standard kind of training for 5K PB?
Yeah, so for 5K PB, I get a lot of people asking this myself. The first question I always ask people is if they do any kind of speed work themselves. So a lot of people think that just by running a lot of miles and running more miles, they're gonna somehow get faster. Yeah. And what you have to remember about 5K is once you get fit and once you become a runner, it's a very short race. It's only 5 kilometers, 3 miles. Right. It's not really that far, and you need a certain aspect of speed and speed endurance really to last the distance and be breaking your PR. So yeah, I'd always recommend people try and add in some kind of speed work into their training. So whether it's going down to the track or even on a grassy field, you don't have to be on the track as such. Doing some intervals. So if you're on the track, it's a bit easier. You can obviously measure the distance. So 400 meter intervals, 800 meters, even a kilometer intervals are really good. So a session like 5 by 1 kilometers, obviously breaking down the 5 kilometer race as such, and trying to hit your splits, if not a little bit faster than your goal pace, to try and break your PR that way. But yeah, if you're not on the track, if you don't have a track available, something just like a grassy field is a really good alternative. Doing 1 minute reps, 2 minute reps. You're really trying to build up your speed so you can be a more economical and efficient runner. And you'll definitely see an improvement in your 5K times.
So if people are running 400 meters, how many reps should they do, and how much should they rest in between?
Yeah, so it depends on the runner themselves. So if the runner it's quite new to running, then obviously you want to start with a lower amount of reps. And especially if you're doing this kind of intense interval work, it's going to be a lot faster than what you're used to, and you need to be very careful that you're not going to injure yourself. So make sure you have a good warm-up, do some drills, and just do some easy, maybe 100-meter strides, so not sprints, just like we did on the track earlier, just to warm yourself up and get your body ready for faster paced running. I recommend if you're starting with something like 400s, maybe just start with four repetitions and really focus on getting some quality speed and faster paced running than what you're used to. So start off perhaps with maybe 3 minutes of rest between each one, so quite a lot of rest, and then just gradually work it down as you get more used to these kind of sessions and get more comfortable at running at a faster pace. And obviously make sure you finish up with a warm down as well. It's really important.
And then I guess eventually it becomes a very short break, like 30 seconds, and then you go.
Yeah, so that's it. So if you're working on just pure speed, then you want to have a longer recovery between each, so you can make sure you're fully recovered. I'd always recommend, a great tip as well, is just to keep moving. So the temptation when you're running fast is just to completely stop, hands on knees, and just collapse on the floor even. If you see a lot of the best runners, they'll just keep moving. So even if it's just a really slow walk, obviously try and build it into just a nice and easy jog. Really helps to kind of buffer out any of that lactic acid or any of that fatigue you might have been feeling after a hard effort like this. Just keep moving. When you get stronger, you might be feeling like you want to build that kind of drop down the recovery time. So a lot of faster runners maybe will be doing a minute or less of recovery between each, and it's just kind of go. Yeah. But obviously your times per lap will drop then as well, because you'll be obviously in a lot more of a pain zone, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and with 800 meters, I guess you increase that, you double your rest time? Or?
Yeah, so you can double your rest time. Or yeah, again, this kind of 2 minute, 3 minute period is usually pretty good for most people. It depends how fast you're running them, of course. So I'd say have at least as much recovery as you are running the repetition. So at least the same amount of time, if not a little bit more. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so what about longer distance? Should people still do longer distance training for 5K? Or?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So something like an interval session and speed session, you shouldn't do it every single day.
Yeah.
It's just going to end up
How many times a week?
So I'd recommend once every 10 days when you're starting, so not even once a week, because it's quite a lot of effort on your muscles.
I agree.
And I'm sure all of you as well, if you do run, when you start running, obviously your body needs time to adapt to your ligaments, your tendons, the things that take a bit longer than your muscles needs to have time to adapt. And it's the same when you start running fast as well. You need to give your body time to adapt to this. Even if you're feeling strong and feel physically like you could go out and do it, it's always worth going slower than going too fast and injuring yourself. So yeah, start off with once every 10 days, and then as you feel yourself getting a bit stronger and more comfortable with this, and maybe a little less fatigued after these kind of sessions, then once a week would be good kind of starting point. And if you're highly competitive, so if you're a track runner yourself, then you can probably manage about twice a week with this kind of session.
So it would be 400 meters, 800
yeah, so I'd say
reps.
Yeah, so I'd say, once a week have your interval sessions. So that's going to be really hard, almost VO2 max kind of efforts. So that's working at an intensity where you're getting to the line and you're obviously physically out of breath, but at the same time it shouldn't be a complete sprint, so you're not full of lactic acid and collapsing. It's not like a race, but you're going at a good effort. So this kind of session once a week, and then obviously the rest of the week have a nice mix of easy runs, and maybe you could think about throwing in a tempo run as well.
Right.
So a tempo run is basically, as the name suggests, running a bit faster than your normal kind of comfortable pace that you go out and run at. But you should be feeling very comfortable. It should be a pace that you could hold for about an hour or so. But you should definitely feel like when you finish it that you could have kept going for longer, but you were definitely going faster than what you'd usually go.
And how long for?
So start off with this, start off easy. So start off with 20 minutes, nothing more than that, maybe even less than that. Start off with 15 minutes to be safe and build it up. Up to 20 minutes should be good. Obviously that gives, if for 5K at least, that gives your body that kind of preparation and that kind of feeling. It's almost like it's like a little tester really, to see how your training is going, see how comfortable you feel at a faster pace. But it should be slower than your 5K time by quite a lot really. So it'll be more like your kind of 12-kilometer time, I guess.
Okay, great. So many runners, not just runners, elite athletes, professional athletes say that 80% of what you achieve is in your mind and 20% is in your body. So let's get into the mind part. And what kind of mind frame would you recommend people adopting to run their personal best?
It's all about positivity completely. If you see any of the top runners, they're completely confident in what they're doing. When they get on the start line, it's almost like they've achieved their goal already. They've almost visualized it, and they're completely ready for reaching that. And this is obviously how you want to feel. You want to know that you've done the training to get you to where you want to go. You want to feel confident, you want to feel ready and relaxed, so that when you do the race, it's just for the result at the end. In yourself, you've already achieved that. But I would definitely say to everyone, you're always capable of so much more than you believe, and this is something that I constantly get reaffirmed with myself in my running. Even though I've been running for a long time, almost 14 years perhaps, I'm completely always kind of reassessing what I feel like I can achieve and really kind of setting my standards higher, because it's completely in your mind. Like running is like the simplest sport. It's really easy. All you've got to do is just get it in your mind to get out the door and lace up every single day, or when your training program suggests, and just doing it really, just making no excuses and just going for it. But obviously listening to your body at the same time, and being mindful of having good rest and recovery days to really reap the benefits as well.
And I guess the more you do it, the stronger you become and the more confident you become. So it becomes with practice.
That's also it, totally. Like when you first start runs like tempo runs or interval sessions, you might still feel it today. I still feel it, but you can often get nervous and feel quite scared because you've got to go out there and run hard and really put some effort into it. But that's it. The confidence is there. Once you get going, you know that you can do this. And it's the same with racing. The more exposure you have to that, the more exposure you have to trying to run a 5K PR, you're going to be more in that kind of zone and more on that level to get yourself there.
And I guess the best way to overcome fear is just by going and doing it, not thinking about it, and then not just spending your time and energy in this fear. State of mind. Great. Harry, so where can people find you?
Yeah, so people can find me on YouTube, so Harry Runs. You can check out my website, harryruns.com. Obviously Facebook, Harry Runs as well. And yeah, you can always email me at harryrunsk@gmail.com if you have any specific questions regarding running, 5Ks. Happy to help.
Thank you so much, Harry,
No,
and have a good day. And thank you so much, guys. Let us know your thoughts about it. What's your 5K PB and what are you aiming towards? Post it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Eat sweet, keep fit. We'll see you again soon.
Happy running, guys. Take care.
Bye.